Hi everybody, this is going to be a very quick video. I might even just throw it up as an extra video one week rather than my regular once per week resin video. My daughter shops with Shein and she saw these cute little frames and also what we're going to put inside the frames. So she requested I make something with these. So the frames and the pictures are from Shein. The resin and the chain that I will use to make the actual necklace, those are not from Shein. I will link what I can, but I won't be able to link everything. I'm only going to make a couple, so I'm just sizing up what pictures will fit in what frames. They're not made to fit, they're not a set, so the pictures were bought separate from the frames, so they're not made to fit. So I do have to do a bit of trimming of the pictures. Okay, I've picked what frames I'm going to use. Now, it was difficult to seal these on the jewellery tape because they are curved. The frames are curved at the back. Well, they're curved, so the back doesn't lie flat. So not an easy project in that respect. The resin I'm using is just clear hard type from Temu. I'm starting off trying to be cautious, just put a dot in the middle and then spread it out with a cocktail stick, and then try and cure it before it starts leaking out through any gaps. I don't know what happened with that one. I must have overfilled it and it started leaking immediately. So I'm just putting a thin layer down just to give it a base for the pictures to stick to. Now I've got all three done and I've got them upside down. Now the stickers are obviously sticky on the back. That would have been if I was working top down, working from the front. Because I'm working from the back, I've put another dot of UV to use as the glue to stick the front of the picture to that previous layer. So I've stuck one sticker on and now I am going to dome it. I want to really magnify that picture, so I'm using my J Diction High Viscosity. And now I'm going to repeat the process for the other two, so I'll jump ahead again. One of them I overdomed. It didn't magnify the picture nicely. It overly magnified it and it was just a blur. So don't progress with that one. Oh, that is the overdomed one. I don't progress this one to an actual pendant. This one turned out nice. And this one too. Okay, so there is no suitable hook or hole at the top of these bezels to attach a jump ring or a chain. So I had to order some flat back bails. I have surprisingly never bought any before. So I bought some specially, and yeah, I could have made my own bail, but because of how small and delicate these pendants are, I wanted to buy some nice proper bails for these. I am using my Let's Resin UV bonding kit for these. I've only got a tiny bit left. I actually didn't remember that I still had any, but I found it tucked away in a drawer. So I have them balanced on a silicone pad so that the solid part is raised up and they can sit flatly. But then it was really awkward trying to get the bezel in position onto it. They kept slipping about. So I ended up deciding it would be easier to do it the other way around, put the bezels on the mat upside down and then hold the bail in position on top of the bezel. Thank you to all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Remember that I have a jewellery making collaboration, which doesn't have to be just for people who have got YouTube channels. So please check out my description for information about that. Okay, now for attaching some chain. As I always say, I just make these to the size that I think would be good for me, if it's for me or the intended recipient. But if it's not good size for an intended recipient, they can always let me know and I can cut them a new piece to their desired size, and then these already cut off pieces can just then be reused for demonstrative purposes on future videos. Nothing interesting really to see here, so hold for the glamour shots. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye bye for now.